Can the Nuggets truly win this game 7, make it 2 game 7s in a row, and make it to the Western Conference Finals? Or are you leaning towards the youth of the Thunder right now?
Yeah, I don't. I think the lean is obviously with Oklahoma City Thunder. They're favorites by 8.5 points, and just in general, they have the depth on this team. Obviously, the Nuggets are not only a little bit short-handed, but like Michael Porter Jr. has been injured this whole series, so it's tough to give the Nuggets the lean just in general. But I mean, obviously, they have Nikola Jokic. Murray is shown to be a playoff riser, so there are means to which that the Nuggets can win this series. But I personally think that my whole take on this series is that if the Thunder win, that they're probably going to be NBA champions, and if the Nuggets win, then it's anybody's game between the final four teams remaining. So I mean, I don't know exactly what's going to happen because I feel like Nikola Jokic can have an insane game and just carry his team to the NBA Finals or NBA Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals, that is. But I think that the Oklahoma City Thunder have to be the favorites in the situation.
Yeah, so I think I picked Oklahoma City to close this out in game 6. Um, it's just an unbelievable way, like, process that this series has taken. It has taken, and I lean towards the fact that Jokic, if he on 2 days rest, if he can drop something like 45 points or something like that, then they're going to win. But, like you said, Jamal Murray, known playoff riser, but he wasn't there towards the end of the game. They really only go 6 deep, and that's just simply not enough. Russell Westbrook all over the place in game 6, and it's just without Michael Porter Jr., I do question their ceiling if it's as high as the Thunder, even though they obviously have that championship pedigree. And then for the Thunder, it's just about being able to support SGA, assuming he has a good game in game 7. Is their second best player ready? This is a young team. And is Chet Holmgren or Jalen Williams going to be able to step up? Chet's been kind of what you would expect in this series, right? I think like somewhere around like maybe 19 points and 11 rebounds, but it's just all about J-Dub, man. He's got to show up tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said that they only go 6 or 7 deep, but the Nuggets also did get some like really good minutes out of Julian Strawther last time. It was the Julian Strawther game. He had 15 points. He was a +4, and just in general, was really good on that floor, and came in for Michael Porter Jr. and like almost like played better than him. So if they can get production like that out of Julian Strawther again, I don't know how consistently
I
he
don't think
can
they're
do
getting that
that.
in game 7, though.
Yeah, I just think that like if they can just get production out of anybody that's not Jokic or in Jamal Murray, they can at least put up a fight. Especially if Christian Braun plays the way that he did, they just need one more game out of each of those guys. And Aaron Gordon didn't have a very good game in Game 6. But if he can rise up to the moment, he's obviously known as one of the better players on this team at this point, probably the third best player on this team now that Michael Porter Jr. has taken a step back because of his injury. So, I mean, it can go. I genuinely think it could go either way. I think that it would require a big game from Jokic, and that it would just require a couple of the other guys stepping up. But if Julian Strawther can have anywhere close to the game that he had in Game 6, you can expect this to be at least a close game.
Okay, I definitely expect this to be a close game. I don't even even if Jokic is the only one who shows up for the Nuggets, I think just no shot that there's a blowout. I'll go on the record and say that, but I will also say that I don't even know how much Strawther's going to play. Just to be straight up, I don't. I think he's going to. I think that they're just going to trust those main guys that they've had this entire year, and they're just going to roll with, 8 guys will get minutes, and then maybe Strawther does log some decent minutes, especially because Michael Porter Jr. is injured. But I just can't rely on that. But I think we're in agreement that this is going to be a close game regardless. Another thing I think that is important to point out is that Aaron Gordon is dealing with that hamstring injury all of a sudden now, and he was yesterday. Like his status was up in the air for game 7. He's obviously going to play. He's questionable right now. He's definitely going to give it a go. I think him picking up Jalen Williams potentially like full court is going to be an option for the Nuggets. They're going to have to see if his defense can help them out a little bit. I think slow down the Thunder. I think that this can turn into a really gritty game. I think the lower this game is scoring wise, the better off the Nuggets are. And then for the Thunder, wouldn't it just be great if like Shea were to get this MVP? Have you seen stuff like this? out there?
Yeah, I saw that
This
Brian
MVP.
Windhorst said that whoever wins the game 7 is the rightful MVP, and I don't know if I completely agree with that, like, even remotely, just because of the fact that the Oklahoma City Thunder came into the series as favorites to win the championship, especially with the Boston Outlet came into the series, meaning that like Boston was still in at the time, but still at this point, like ESPN gives them a 50% chance to win the NBA championship. The Nuggets are just not significantly, but they are a worse team top to bottom than the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder go way deeper than the Nuggets do. So I don't know if that's like a real claim that you can make, especially with voter fatigue on Jokic's side. But I mean, I've definitely seen stuff where the MVP debate gets a little bit ramped up because of the series.
Do they give it in the before the games start in a playoff series anymore? I don't even think they do. But,
No.
like, yeah, no. I wish that they still did that because I've been seeing so many different things about them giving it before this game 7. I think it would be awesome. Whoever gets it, probably Shea would be the person who does. Like, I think it would be a great storyline and something to like see for that matchup. I mean, I agree with you. I don't think that there is going to be a player that you can just immediately determine as the rightful winner, no matter who wins in this game, because it is a regular season award, and it's tough for me to just like say that one player like deserves it. But I mean, in the playoffs, especially, and also considering that Jokic just doesn't have the team around him.
Yeah, no, I mean, I completely agree. Looking from the Oklahoma City, I feel like we focused in on the Thunder a little bit, but like from the Oklahoma City Thunder side, I think that there are like some main points that need to be made about the rest of this team besides Shea, if they want a chance at winning this series and then going on to win the championship. Jalen Williams has been just like a little bit suspect as of recently, and like turning into somebody who he hasn't really been, which is unfortunate because obviously he still is young. And this whole Oklahoma City Thunder team is young, but they need to grow up really quickly if they're going to win this game 7 because 6 points in game 6 just isn't enough from Jalen Williams. Isaiah Hartenstein hasn't been very good all series long, and he needs to have a little bit of a better game if they want any chance of winning game 7. And Chet has been good of recently, so if they can get the normal production out of Chet and Shea, and then get what Jalen Williams usually does, and get what the bench usually does, I think it's Oklahoma City's game to lose.
All right, let's